What's up, Living Your Story family? Coach Keith here. Self-awareness. This is a clip from a conversation I had a couple weeks ago with Coach Caroline Colleen. We talked about kids and self-awareness. Just wanted to highlight this just before the school year, or for some people, school year's already started. But take a peek at this. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you can find some great benefit out of it.
Something that you mentioned earlier was you wanted to, and you already hit on it a little bit, but to be specific about self-awareness. You want to work on your children's self-awareness. You want to speak on that real quick?
Yeah, so one thing that I've done before with my oldest is we've taken like a personality test. I don't know how many of you have heard of the Enneagram. I mean, but there's so many different ones. I know Keith, you'll be able to share others. It's a quick 5-minute test. It's a free link. And it just gives you a little bit of information about your personality, how you think, learn, how you communicate, the good and the bad.
The good and the bad.
So, one of the things I can share is that I've learned that I am just a really enthusiastic, helpful person, right? I have a child that is, in Enneagram language, is an investigator and an individualist. So just imagine introvert versus extrovert. That might be the simple way of doing it. So I am just very visual, very colorful, very expressive, as you might have noticed. And, you know, I have a child that is just not her personality. So, you know, helping them understand who they are and that that's a part of who they are. And just knowing that, right? Yeah. It's not good or bad, because sometimes you're going to have to do stuff you don't want to do, don't feel like doing. But at least we're on the same page, or just have, like you said, this emotional awareness. You said self-awareness, but I was thinking too, emotional intelligence.
Sure, absolutely.
So,
yeah.
That rub you the wrong way. Think about, is that really a personality thing, or we really have something to argue about here, you know?
Yeah. I recently had my kids take the DISC personality test. That's a DISC. And there's 4 different personality types in this particular one. You've got the person that's the rule follower, which is the C, and you have the I, which is the that's the extroverted person that just is a people person. They just love people. That's all that matters to them, right? That's you. You have the and I'm going all out of order with these. You have the D, which is like the dominant personality. Like, I'm a taskmaster. All I care is that it gets done. I see people, I don't really care about them. I need to get this task done, right? And then you've got the S, the laid back person. That's me, like the high S, the laid back person that might seem passive and sometimes can be.
Right.
And when you know these different things about, and specifically talking about your kids, you kind of understand. Like, I used to think that my son was a certain kind of way just because he wanted to, test me. But it's like, oh no, wait, this is this kid. This is who he really is. Let me chill out. Let me step back from being dad. And the same thing with my daughter. And you're able to kind of, when you take these assessments and you're looking at each other's assessments, you're able to see the gaps and potentially see, like, okay, here's why this kid ticks me off when X, Y, Z happens, right? Another level of that from an emotional standpoint is, and if you see any of my videos or you know anything about me, love languages. You've got to take the love languages test. They've got the love language test and there's all this stuff these are free assessments. You can get like paid ones that cost money, whatever, but all these are free assessments. We'll put all the links out there. But for your love language, you want to know what your child needs to feel loved. There's nothing worse. There's not a worse feeling, I don't think, than not knowing what your child needs and they get it from somewhere else and it turns into a childhood issue or something like that. So, but yeah, they got it for grown-ups. They got it for couples. They got one for teens, and then they've got one for like 9 to 12-year-olds. And I would, man, anybody that has kids, you've got to do it. And they need to know what your love language is. So they can intentionally show you that love that you need. So, but yeah, self-awareness, y'all, it's huge. People talk about it all the time, but we don't tend to, well, I don't know of a lot of people that really engage in self-awareness. And that's why I'm always trying to push it, because whenever something comes up, if I ever coach somebody, the first thing I ask them is about themselves. And so if you haven't started there, then that's the problem until we can figure out what the real problem is. So anyway, but she mentioned the Enneagram test. That's another good one. The Myers-Briggs, some of you might have taken the Myers-Briggs personality test. That's another great one as well, but we'll put, again, all the links out there.
One thing that I've done for the last 2 or 3 years is I set an intention for the year, one word. And then from that one word, I have 3 specific goals that I'm developing or growing in over the course of that year.
Okay.
So, like I said, one of the parents' question was, how do I replicate what the school does? How do I engage my older kids in being a part of this process?
Yeah.
And when there is an opportunity to take some quiet time, when we start to teach our kids the importance of quiet time, getting to know yourself, the self-awareness, and starting to set intentions and make that a practice and actually kind of live out these affirmations that we do every morning, then it kind of takes the pressure off on the taskmaster part of it, right?
Yeah.
So if we set attention, if we sit down and have a family meeting and talk about, okay, how are we going to make this work, y'all? Like, you know, what are 3 things that you would want to look forward to every week? You know, things that we can actually do. I actually was talking to my counselor this week and I was asking her about some suggestions. She was saying maybe do picnic lunches, maybe Tuesday and Thursday, do something a little different than Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Kind of like you mentioned, having these alternate spaces for those of us who have kids who need some variety and to switch it up. I mean, we have some kids who are going to be fine. They're focused. They're naturally self-motivated. They care about their grades. You don't have to, hey, they don't.
Yeah.
But, kind of back to where I was going with setting an intention is letting them choose what that is and what that will look like for them. And so you can say, oh, okay, well, yeah, we probably could go swimming every other month or something, you know, if you've done this, this, and this. She also mentioned, like, for those of us who have artsy kids, or having an art or craft be a reward. So they're going to get tired of this. This is going to get old, no matter how we figure this out, work it. You know, okay, so what are those things that we know motivate each child, which comes back to, you know, the love languages and these different things that will
absolutely. Yeah.
So I just wanted to kind of speak to intentions and focusing more on those things and not I think we can get very frustrated and irritated on the tasks.
Hey, thanks for checking out the video. Hopefully you found some benefit in there for you. That's Coach Caroline Colleen. You can find her on Instagram at caroline.colleen. If this video was a benefit for you, go ahead and click that like button for me. If you have not subscribed yet to the Living Your Story family, go ahead and click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when the next videos are coming out. Hey, good to see you. Coach Keith is out.